What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, we're going over the latest news about your third stimulus check. But first of all, happy Easter Sunday. How's everyone's day been? Tell me down in the comments. Now here's your latest stimulus check news that you just have to know. For anyone that was notified that their stimulus check was mailed, I just want you to know that most large businesses have their own mail or post office. So when the IRS says it's mail your check, it just means that it went to the mailing processing department. There they have to sort, stamp, and post your stimulus checks before the real postal service, like USPS, mails out your stimulus check. And this could take up to a week or even more. So in actuality, folks, just because you see a mail date of April 7th on your IRS Get My Payment tool does not mean that you're going to get a stimulus check on that day. It could actually take up to 3 to 4 weeks before you receive it. Tell me in the comments down below, who do you think is holding back your stimulus check? Is it the IRS or the Social Security Administration? And before we get into the video, be sure to give this video a like. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes if you believe that the IRS must send out those stimulus checks right now. Now folks, credit union customers have also started to see pending deposits in their accounts. And so the IRS should be able to process around 30 million stimulus payments in just one day. By the way folks, the IRS did process already 90 million payments overnight, and if the agency could do it before, they can definitely do it again. I expect to see that the majority of you will already have a pending deposit in your accounts by the end of this weekend. In addition, everybody, there are some of you that have received a little extra stimulus cash in your bank account. And here's what that means according to the IRS. The agency said that last Thursday, its first batch of payments includes what it calls the first of many plus-up stimulus checks. According to the IRS, these plus-up stimulus checks will continue on a weekly basis going forward, as the tax agency continues processing tax returns from 2020 and 2019. So yeah folks, some 2019 returns also need to be processed too. Under some circumstances, a person could be eligible for a new or bigger EFP card or stimulus check based on the recently processed tax returns. Ongoing supplemental or plus-up payments would apply to people who had already received their stimulus money earlier in March, but the initial payment was based on a 2019 tax return, not the 2020 return that had been recently filed. Now even though you see a pending notice in your account today, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to see a stimulus check in your bank account tomorrow. I want you folks to know that. It actually does take time for the IRS and banks to completely process your stimulus money. But the good news is that you should have your stimulus check in your hands by April 7th. Now we all know that the IRS Get My Payment tool is not really trustworthy, but for people receiving Social Security benefits, let's say like ssdi, SSI, and other federal benefits, well, the IRS and the Treasury Department announced the Get My Payment tool is going to be updated with information for federal beneficiaries over the weekend. That's great news, everybody. But the IRS still doesn't have any new information for those of you that are on VA benefits. They're basically holding back your stimulus check, everybody. However, if you are seeing a payment status message saying not available, don't worry. I know that many of you guys received a stimulus check with the IRS tracking tool even updating. So you folks shouldn't be relying on the IRS Get My Payment tool to track your stimulus check. Just know that more stimulus is being sent to you
from folks in the county. So the point of all these town halls, and nobody had ever done this in Oregon government, said we're going to have open opportunity every county every year. And the point of it is to shorten the distance between the Oregon coast and our state and Washington, D.C. And I'm just going to tick off a couple of items and then we'll throw it open. Now, the recovery plan, the American Rescue Plan, has a number of provisions that are hugely important to the coast. For example, the state and local portion will bring about $13.8 million to the county to ramp up vaccinations, safely reopen schools, support our small businesses, just at the aquarium, looking at things like PPP and the venues provisions and the like. It's all about helping communities move forward. We were able to get additional aid in the CARES Act for our state's signature fishing industry, $15 million this past January, and another $13.5 million at the end of the fishing seasons this year. Wildfires, of course, clobbered the county, so I've been working with FEMA to deliver critical disaster funds to Oregonians devastated by the Echo Mountain complex fire that tore through hundreds of homes and structure. Lots more to do, but I am gratified that more than 250 people and households here in Lincoln County have been approved for more than $2.4 million in grants from FEMA, and we've got some of those folks with us. Help through the Small Business Administration, low interest disaster loans, close to $7 million, been approved for 54 homeowners and renters, almost $2 million in grants for housing repairs. And let me just mention a couple of other issues that I know are critical to the county. One, in the water resources bill last year, we were able to get $2 billion for funding directed towards
So as many of you know, or if you haven't been able to catch up on the news, if you've been at work, we have had, or rather the Biden administration unveiled its Build Back Better infrastructure proposal. Now, here are some of my initial thoughts on the proposal. I think that the scope of what the Biden administration has laid out is very encouraging, and it's admirable. The vision that they put down, and going so far as to talk about land use, to talk about billions of dollars in rail, in EVs, in making sure that we're putting EV charging stations across the country, to make sure that we are making investments in Amtrak, in public transit, in roads, bridges, care, etc., is really important. However, I think the vision is good. I think we can make it broader, but even if you have the vision that the Biden administration has put forward, my concern is that they have allocated $2.25 trillion over about 8 years to act out on this vision. And it's just not enough. If we actually want, in good faith, to make this vision and the commitments that they've put down happen, we need a more robust investment. I have real serious concerns that $2.25 trillion over 8 years is not going to get us there. And for context, because people may say, oh my gosh, that sounds like a big number. What is that? And we see these big numbers thrown around and we don't know, what to toss around. One allocation that we saw was about $40 billion for public housing nationwide, right? That's part of in the plan.
So folks, that is all the news in this video. If any of you guys found this video useful and helpful, do not forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Until next time, everybody, have a great day and stay safe.